Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back into another edition of Rath's Learning Curve. We're doing college fantasy football for week one, the Thursday slate. And typically, I'm going to be covering the 9-game slate over on FanDuel and DraftKings. One of the things I'm going to talk to you about today is a brief, quick hit on what I call game notes. And what that's going to be is I'm going to show you a screen share of kind of my routine. And what I do is I have an Excel spreadsheet on the games, and then I have a quick blurb on anything important in the game. That way there reminds me of something that I need to remember. So again, it's something I'm bringing to you, kind of my own personal strategy, what I call game notes. Let's go ahead and do a screen share, run down these games really quick. What I like about this is I'm going to be able to go down some stuff within 5 or 6 minutes at the most, hopefully. Whereas you don't have to listen to a 1 or 2 hour show or read a very long article. You know, something a lot of people just don't want to do these days. And I think I can hit all the most important things that you need to know within a few minutes. So let's get to it. Let's hit up the game notes for week one, Thursday night college fantasy football. So here we go. North Carolina, South Carolina. As of today, and news comes out every day. Elijah Hood has been named the starting running back for North Carolina. Now, here's the thing. He's much more affordably priced across the industry. However, they're still going to use multiple running backs in this spot, especially TJ Logan. So just be aware, Elijah Hood's named the starter. It doesn't necessarily mean he's going to have the lion's share of the carries. However, you do get him at a very attractive price, and that game should be very high scoring. So just something to consider. South Carolina, I was on Brandon Wilds. However, there is discussion that him and David Williams are going to split carries. So I'm getting off Brandon Wilds a little bit. I would love to be on him. I love the matchup. I'm just a little bit leery that they might split carries in this game and really affect his value. The guy that I like in this spot is Jarrell Adams, the tight end. And here's the thing is Spurrier has come out and been quoted as saying he was going to be a much bigger part of the offense. So I do like the matchup with South Carolina to put up a lot of points. I think Adams is super cheap, so he's probably going to be my value tight end. Let's go to Oklahoma State at Central Michigan. Chris Carson has been named the starting running back. However, again, it does look like it's going to be more of a timeshare situation, so not somebody I'm going to consider this week until we see what happens. Central Michigan, Martez Walker is listed as a starter, but Devin Spalding is still there and was the starter last year. The only real reason I mentioned Walker is he is one of the minimum salary price running backs out there. But again, if he's going to split carries, not somebody that we want to look at. Michigan, Devion Smith and Derek Green are still listed as co-starting running backs. So that's a situation I probably don't want to go near until we get more clarity. Ohio at Idaho. Darius Vick has been named the starter, but talk is that Sprague and Wyndham could see action in this game. So he's somebody that I just can't play. On the Idaho side, we got Desmond Epps, who's back from suspension out all of 2014. Now he's back in 2015. Very affordably priced, especially on DraftKings. He's almost a must play. Let's go over to UT San Antonio and Arizona. A little bit strange situation here. Nick Wilson is clearly the best running back on the team for Arizona. However, when the team released their depth chart, it actually lists Nick Wilson and Jared Baker as co-starters. I don't know if that's a precursor for this game. I do have pretty good source in Arizona and Pac-12. I'm trying to get more clarity on this to see what's going to happen and what the game script might look like, because I do like Arizona. I do like them to put up a lot of points here in this spot. The biggest concern that we have, of course, is if the starters are going to get pulled and what that's going to mean. Western Kentucky, Vanderbilt, lots of interesting news in this situation. Just word came out today. Jared Dangerfield has not practiced in 2 weeks. Looks like he could be a question mark for Thursday's game. The backup running back, Wales, is out, so that does boost Leon Allen's situation. He is expensive, but if the number one wide receiver and the backup running back are out, that means that he's going to get more touches. On the Vanderbilt side, again, this is not a very good offense. However, one of the things that we do get here is we get Latavius Rayford, who's now the number one wide receiver. C.J. Duncan's out for the year, and we get Rayford at a pretty good price. More of a tournament play for me. We just don't know what the Vanderbilt offense is going to be. I don't have any notes for FIU, UCF. I really don't like anybody in this game. I know a lot of people are going to be on Jonnu Smith. My biggest concern in this game is that FIU is just not going to score, so I haven't looked at anybody in that game. TCU, Minnesota, Josh Doctson looks like he's going to play. Might not still be 100%. Deontay Gray is out. Colby Listenby is really a guy that a lot of people are jumping on and somebody I've recommended as well. Duke Tulane. You got to love Cirque's price across the industry, especially on FanDuel and DraftKings, especially on FanDuel. The situation with Cirque, though, is as much as I do like him at that price, there is discussion that he might not be on the field 100% of the time, so just be aware of that. That's going to wrap it up for the quick game notes. Hope you guys enjoy it and something that we can continue covering for you on a weekly basis. But I think, if we can get you quick hits, something to consider, it's Monday night here while we film this video. A lot of news and a lot of breaking action things will come into play, but just something to keep in mind over the next couple of days while you're building your lineups. Catch us back here again for more CFB learning curve videos. We're going to start breaking down how to utilize the salaries to find value.